Well, Facebook, look what I found. I've got an acclaimed writer from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, a comic who's open for everybody, including Dennis Miller, Rosie O'Donnell, the list goes on, Joy Behar, you name it. She is here today, and guess what her name is? It's Maureen Langan.
It says it right there.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great.
I just got done with my own show. Now I'm back on my page with your show. It's hysterical. Okay.
Her show is daily at noon Pacific, and it's called Hanging with Langan. Is that right?
Right. I think they just saw it.
I know. Some people have to hear it, though. They don't read.
They have to hear it. You have to keep hitting them with it. Exactly.
Yes. So tell me, how are things going? You're in New York in the thick of all this stuff going on.
Well, I actually headed out of New York. I live in New York. That's where I'm from. But I headed to California because that's where my fella is. And I didn't want, I don't think being apart for months. And I didn't want him to come to New York because it's high, the high risk thing. I'm not into that.
Yes. That's good. Good.
Where are you? Are you out west right now?
Yes, I'm in Vegas. And guess what? I got here just in time for them to shut all the sin down. There's no sin in Vegas. Just my luck. I can't get into trouble.
What's with that nutty mayor of yours?
The cock.
Off of it. I know, she seems like a few fries short of a Happy Meal, that one.
Thank you.
I mean, she's like, she was like, oh, the casinos can open. I'm like, what's the new game? Russian roulette? What is this? Like, everybody on top of it. Anyway, each their own.
I was warned that you are really good at sarcastic rants. You can rant about our mayor all day long. This lady.
I was just shocked by the ignorance coming from her mouth.
Thank you.
One thing to want to open it up and have a plan. It's another to say, well, it's not, up to me. I'm like, what is wrong with you, lady? Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. So you grew up, and you grew up, obviously, people can see that. You had a mother who was Irish and a father from the Bronx.
And I still have her, yeah.
Okay, and your father's from the Bronx, and you said there's really good things and struggles. So when you take a mother who's Irish and a father who's from the Bronx and is a garbage man, what would be the up and down side of that, Maureen?
Oh, you want me to do jokes here? I always say that people will say to me, you should never judge other people unless you've walked a mile in their shoes. And I respond, I'm the daughter of a New York City garbage man. I have walked in other people's shoes. So that's just my wise ass. But no, working on the serious side, 6 kids in our family, you have working class values, and education mattered. And I think they believed in that we should learn science and we should know things, and that well, I always say my mother should have told me dance with poles while you still have the body to do so, because that's really the path to success, not developing a brain in America. But the plus side is education, and get your education. They worked hard, My mother left her country so she could have more opportunity, and my father hauled trash into the back of a garbage truck for 20 years. So, people don't do that if they don't want something better for their lives and for their children's lives. So
yes.
Here I am, like a circus now.
Where did you go to college? What college was so lucky to have you?
Oh, they were thrilled to have me. I went to Montclair State in New Jersey, Montclair University now. Well, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a good student. I had no idea. How do you apply for colleges? I was the first to go in my family, so I didn't know how you navigate all that. But I'm thrilled I did, and I'm thrilled to have an education, as do all my siblings. So, and then you see the next generation, going to Northeastern and University of Pittsburgh and Temple, and you're like, wow, it's nice to see the trajectory of that the hard work leads to something.
Yes. So you were the oldest of 5?
No, the second oldest. I have a brother 10 months, 6 weeks and 1 day older than I am. I mean, 10 months, So we're 6, he was 6 weeks old when I was born.
Nice. So.
No, that's ridiculous. He was not. My mother I'm tired. My mother got pregnant when he was 6 weeks old with me. So we're the same age for 2 months of the year.
Oh my gosh. Well, guess what?
It's not math.
Guess what?
Huh?
I'm a twin.
Are you? Are you identical or fraternal?
Well, the way I tell it is that we're almost identical except for one little tiny thing he has, and he hates that.
Is it that tiny? I hope you don't know.
I never looked. So, you went on to college, and what did you get a degree in? Because you went into broadcasting and writing and creating at don't tell me, NPR.
Give me a hint and I'll help you.
National Public Radio.
I went to, I did not work for National Public Radio. I did documentaries.
PBS.
Yeah, for PBS, I did for local New York, New Jersey PBS, I did documentaries. And then I went to work for Bloomberg TV Radio.
Bloomberg TV Radio after PBS.
Yes.
Awesome. So your degree in college did it have something to do?
Communications and English, yeah.
I sure could have used that.
But yeah, that's what I did. So what about you? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Portland, Oregon. My parents went through the Holocaust.
They did?
Yes. My dad was the only survivor in his family of like 8. Yeah. So I was raised by I was raised by a mother and a father who were literally out to lunch. I could get away with murder. And the way they survived was by lying, cheating, and stealing in the ghettos, So they kind of sort of taught us by proxy that it's okay to lie, cheat, and steal. And then I grew up and found out that's not, they should have stopped that. Yeah.
I don't know if you're joking or not.
I'm serious, and I think it's hilarious too. There's like in the tragedy of it, it's funny to me.
Well, of course, you in the darkness, you flip it and find the humor underneath it. But if they grew up trying to survive, I'm just looking at some of this that you're saying. If they grew up trying to survive something, there's nothing worse than the Holocaust, and they had to claw their way for food and survival. I guess even once they're safe, does that stop?
No.
That doesn't. So that's what you were around? Like, were you allowed to steal things growing up?
Oh, yeah. I was taught how to.
What were you taught? Like, how did they teach you to steal? Like, go into a supermarket and put it in your bag, or?
Yes, and like, for instance, I started working at a bank. It was one of my first jobs. I had a very long banking career, and every day that my dad was alive, he would still call to tell me ways I could rip off the bank. So I had it ingrained in me, but now I was rejecting my father's essence every time he'd give me an idea and I wouldn't follow through on it.
What do you think that after coming through that, were they unbalanced? Were they
Sure. I think things became pathological, like depression, PTSD, and risky behavior to boot.
Where were they living?
Portland, Oregon. Well, they lived in Jewish Harlem for a little bit, and then they got their sponsorship in Portland, Oregon. That's where I grew up.
No, but I'm wondering, when they were in the Holocaust, surviving the Holocaust, where were they?
Oh, okay. My dad was in 7 different camps. One of them was Minsk. He got fortunate. He was never inside. He was doing favors for the SS of different kinds that are unspeakable.
Oh, but did he grow up in what was then Poland or Germany or Russia? Like, where was
Minsk, Russia. He grew up in Frankfurt, and in 1941 they took his mother and him at gunpoint to Minsk, and that's where she passed. And then he started doing different favors for the SS to survive. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about your mom? Where was she from?
She stayed in Frankfurt. They had met before the war, and they vowed that if they made it through the war, they'd get married. So when the war was over, they found each other and had us 3 Meshuggah kids.
Wow. Listen, God only knows what something like that does to people.
Yep, that's right. Exactly.
I couldn't steal a darn thing growing up. I would be, I got the Irish mother always in your head, You shame the family, it'll be in the papers, God will strike you dead, the neighbors will know. I mean, always in my head, to this day, like, I can't. If somebody gives me $10 back too much at the grocery store, even 50 cents, I'm like, oh yeah, it's too much. Like, I feel so guilty taking what's not mine. Like,
exactly.
So funny. I remember in school, we would go, this girl I was friends with growing up, and my mother thought she was a bad influence, but she was at the time. I had a paper out, and my friend would go, let's go collect collect again. You'd have to go collect, knock on the door and get the money, right? Quarter a week. She goes, let's go collect again at the old lady's house. She doesn't remember that we were there. And to this day, I still ask for forgiveness, like, God, why do you? Because I did that, and I would still go visit her and say hello and just sit with her separate. But when I was around that gal I went to school with, she would nudge me to go do it, and I guess the peer pressure. And to this day, it makes me so sad that I did that.
Me too.
Like I don't like that I did. Oh, you did that to her too? You went double collecting for the newspaper?
Oh, please. I mean, I feel so bad about the things that I did, and I won't take a penny. You know, in bank, somebody left 2 pennies in the drive-up window at the bank once. So I credited his account and got fired for using bank money. It cost like $1 to credit him for 2 cents.
Because you were trying to be honest.
Yeah. So you can't win for whatever. Back to you.
Well, maybe he didn't want those pennies, though, you know?
That's true. So what other kinds? So did you go straight from college into broadcasting? Or did you have crappy jobs?
It was a little... I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did you have any crappy jobs? Let's get the dish on that. Like, did you have to waitress and all that?
Oh, yeah, I paid for college, of course. Yeah. Waitress, supermarket, bartend, yeah, all of that. And I got my first writing job when I was in college, though, working for a trucking magazine. Oh, no, here they go with the lawnmowers. I worked for a trucking company, and I wrote in their monthly magazine for the families of the truckers and who drove the best truck and who drove the farthest and who was salesperson and employee of the week or the month, you know, who had a kid. So I would help compile that monthly company magazine. So that was my first writing job, $86 a week. And I would wait on the weekends, yeah, stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
And then I got a job, I was just freelancing everywhere through my 20s, just freelancing with documentary producing for public television, writing for the nightly business report, freelancing at local Fox News, not this crazy Fox cult, just like the local WABC. And then Bloomberg, I connected with them, and I was there for 7 years.
Wonderful.
So that was great. That was a great job.
So what is the thing in your entire life that you're most proud of besides a husband, wife, parents, children?
I'm most proud of? Geez. I think, I don't know, that's a lot to think of because I don't have children, so I imagine if I did, that would be proud of them.
Yes.
I just, I think it's kind of a bittersweet answer. I think just trying to find out who you're meant to be and following that path. That's all you can do. And that sounds so corny, but I think ultimately that's all you can do. So I don't know. There's things I can do more of and better. I like special needs kids. I like working with them. I like, I like elderly because I think they're forgotten people. So those are things that when I am able to donate or be a part of those environments. And I love dogs. So I like bringing, we had a little old foster dog and brought the old guy to see the special needs kids and adults, and that kind of world coming together makes me happy, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's so special. That's very special.
I don't do it enough, but that's something I would do more of.
Now, haven't I seen...
Out of my nieces and nephews and my brothers and sisters. I thought you meant like personally.
Yeah, no, I did. Now, I've seen you do things with Laughter Saves Lives, haven't I?
Oh, John LaRocchia, there's our friend John LaRocchia, a fireman retired, 9/11, lost a lot of buddies. He's so supportive of the first responders, and he has a company, Laughter Saves Lives, and he goes around producing comedy shows. I'm going to have him on Hanging with Langan.
Oh, that'll be so cool. I started listening to Hanging with Langan, and it's very well done.
Well, thank you. Some days, it depends what's happening with the technology. So that's another thing our comedy friend John does. He does a Sunday show for the veterans in Queens. And I went there and performed. It's such a great, you can't forget people like that. That's the stuff that we should do more of, that I wanted to do more of, that we should be proud of helping people like that.
Yes.
I hate people, but not everyone. I always say I don't want to hate people; they make me hate them. But it's stuff like that. I gotta be a better person. John's a better person than I am.
Now, when I lived in New York twice, I did a weekly show at the VA hospital on 23rd and 1st Avenue in Manhattan.
Oh, good. See, you're better than me. There we go.
It's just because I'm a veteran. And please don't tell... Yeah, I counted money. What else?
Service.
Huh?
What branch of the service are you in?
The Army. I was a cashier. That's all I did. I'm not a hero. I mean, I just signed up and I wanted to travel and get my teeth fixed.
Well, getting teeth fixed is important. There's other ways. You could have just gone to a dental school and let them practice on you. But if you felt like you needed to be a cashier in the Army for 4 years, and that was your way to get the teeth, you do it. Let me tell you something. Anybody who signs up for the service, I think, is a hero, because you don't know what it's going to lead to when you get in there.
That's true. It's just so many have really put their lives in harm's way.
Yeah, my respect for people in the service is immense. Immense.
Thank you. Yeah, there's so many great veterans, and like you said, it's so rewarding to go in and touch their lives.
Well, I have a brother who was in Desert Storm. I mean, on the front lines, that's pretty scary, brave crap. I mean, wow. He's now a history teacher, which is really cool. I have another brother who was in the Navy, in the service, you know, not during Desert Storm, but, you know, 8 years he was in the Navy. I don't know, but I think, you know, I think that's something else.
Thank them for their service from me if you get a chance.
I will. I think veterans deserve like the best of the best. I think they should have like the best homes. They should be treated how Congress treats themselves. You know, that kind of everything. I don't know. That's how I feel about it, because they're doing what most of us won't.
Thank you. I live here in Vegas, and I live in the Veterans Village, and there's 6 of them. It's old motels turned into housing for veterans. It's $800 a month. Includes your food, your laundry. I mean, I don't have to buy a thing.
Well, I might just go in the service now to have that. That sounds good. But I hope are you guys being okay there with your crazy mayor? Are you guys? Or is
No, we're not okay. Opening this city up at the pace that they're going to open it is ridiculous. And I'm staying out of the way till like June-ish. No way.
Are they opening it up now? The casino thing. I think people want to go risk their lives. Good luck to them. But are they talking about going to...
Ignore the message there. It says I'm unstable, or the computer is one of the two. Probably me.
Well, that's all right. We're good. We can say goodbye, because I got to jump anyway. It's almost 1:30.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that the things that you have done that I read in your bio, oh my gosh. And I just want to close on one thing. How in the world did you put together something called The Daughter of a Garbage Man, go to the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh, Scotland, I think it is, and get acclaimed for a moving writing at Edinburgh? That's such a magnificent feat. People don't understand what we're talking about.
Well, Edinburgh is in Scotland, and they have their big festival every August for a month. Everything: writers, performers, jugglers, still walkers, comics, one-person shows. So I workshop Daughter of a Garbage Man there when I first did it 4 years ago, 4 years ago, for a month. And you know, there's a ton of reviewers there, and some really like, you know, the fellow of that newspaper said it was one of his favorites of the festival, one of his top 5 and the most moving and funny. So that was nice. It's all a lot of work. Whatever you do, it's a lot of work. Write. Get a director. Rewrite. Go get it up on stage. Work it out. Go to a bookstore. Read part of it in the corner. Then put it on its feet. The whole thing is just constant. It's like constant. It's not like you write something and then you get up and go, oh, here's my show. Yes, that was a great experience. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is an overwhelming experience, because you picture Times Square in New York City times 20, with everybody wanting you to come to their shows. People come 24/7, from 10 in the morning there are shows to midnight. It's insane.
My God.
20-30 times bigger than Manhattan's Times Square.
What? Oh my gosh. Well,
every nook and cranny in the city is just overtaken with some form of the arts.
Whoa. I'd like to know if you would send me your social media, if you want donations at PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and where you want followers online.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, and I wish you much continued success. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, Maureen Langan.
Thank you for having me today. Be safe.
Bye, you too, please.